Welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to build a hitch adapter for a skid steer. So you can buy these blank plates all day long off of eBay or Amazon. They will ship it to your door for 110 bucks, free shipping. It doesn't make sense to me. This is a 3/8 plate. So what they mean by 3/8 is if you order one, the locking tab plates and the top crossbar plate is all this 3/8. The whole plate's not 3/8. The actual front piece itself is 1/4 inch. But I'm pretty impressed with the quality of this. I mean, straight from China, yes, of course, but you know, they grind down the welds and make it smooth, so it actually, you know, you don't have any issues attaching to the skid steer. But so whether or not you've got a skid steer or you just want a quick, easy welding project that made some side money, you know, this might not be a bad idea to get you a couple of these plates and weld up some hitch adapters and advertise them. Craigslist, whatever advertising sites you've got. I've sold a lot of these, you know, anywhere from $250 unpainted to 300 bucks. So 110 bucks in the plate shipped to the door. I get my receiver tube from the steel supply house. These are like $18. I was buying them from Harbor Freight, but this outer ring right here from the Harbor Freight ones, it's just not high quality. I mean, it's a receiver tube. It'd be just fine for the farm or whatever, but I just like the aesthetic look of this. So from the steel supply house, this is about $18. The one from Harbor Freight with the 20% coupon, I think you can get it for like $13 or $14. And then for my my braces, I use 3/8 flat plate, 2 inches wide, and it's about 10 inches long, 45-degree angle, because we're going to put them you know, on the tube like this. We're going to put one on each side and then one on the front, like that. So I don't know, got about another $15 in plate. So 110, 20, 130, so 140. So you got about 150 bucks in it, you know, some time and labor. And so yeah, I mean, how else can you double your money and have fun doing it at the same time? So first thing I'm going to do is get the plate laid out. I actually weld the tube a little lower than center so that my top stiffener plate from a horizontal stiffener doesn't come, you know, all the way to the top edge. So like I said, I'm going to run this just a little off center to the lower side, and I'm going to get it all laid out with my chalk lines real quick, and then we'll come back and talk about how we're going to get it welded up. Okay, so I finished laying out the plate and I've got everything set where I want it, and squared. And I use these, you know, triangle magnets to square everything. And I mean, check, check, check again. So the horizontal braces, I like to run even with the base of the receiver tube, if that makes sense, along the same plane as the very lower part of the tube. So I use this magnet and I make sure I'm perfectly flat on the tube. Got another magnet down here that keeps this one straight, and I've got another magnet on this this lateral brace. And like I said, check, check, and double check, because if it doesn't, that is perfect. I mean, it doesn't take much to really throw you off. I mean, if it's off just a little bit after you weld it, it just drives me nuts. So anyways, that's perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to tack it up real good. And what I've done in the past is I've welded all the way around the receiver tube, and I like to use heat with my welder. I mean, I get it hot, and what happens is I put so much heat in the middle of the plate wanted to kind of bend like this. It actually drew up, so it made it hard to attach to the skid steer. So now what I do is tack all the braces and everything real good, and then I'll actually start welding the braces first to the tube, to the plate, and then I'll weld the tube last. But again, everything will be tacked up tight. So I've got it exactly where I want it. Let's get to welding. So here it is all welded up. Again, no need to go into a ton of details, but you get the basic idea. Fully welded all the way around on the braces and on the receiver tube itself. Now, I know that's no Chucky 2009 welding, because that's a lot fucking better. Oh shit. All right, so anyways, that's it for the attach plate. So yeah, now all we got to do now is finish cleaning it up, wipe it down, get some paint on it, and it'll be ready to go. Okay, so I just finished up the second one, got them outside, got them cleaned up and degreased and ready for paint. But now that it's outside, maybe you can get a better idea of how these are built, the way they come from, or the way I get them from eBay, straight from China. So this is the top lip, it goes all the way across, and that's what I was telling you, is that's 3/8, and then the bottom locking tabs, this piece right here is 3/8. But I mean, decent welds, and you can see that the Chinese went in there and just kind of ground them out so that you didn't have any fitment issues. And of course you can see full penetration of the welds that we put on the front there. And that's the second one I just finished up. That's what I was telling you, you can do 2 of them in like 3 hours. I'm gonna ask $300 each on these. I mean, I'll double my money, so $100 an hour just for a little side project, not bad. But I think these welds should hold up. And there's the outer ring of the tube. It's very similar to a CURT, C-U-R-T hitch, but these are, I don't know, King I think they call them. But anyways, not trying to bore you with details, but you get the idea. That's what it looks like attached to the skid steer. I just put a piece of 2-inch tube in between the two just to hold it up so I could wash it and get them painted. So let's get them painted. Well, good morning. Last night we got a little spray can primer on it, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot some black on it this morning. I only got one done last night because I've got somebody waiting on it. So let's go inside and take a look at how we mix the paint. So I like the Rust-Oleum Farm Implement paint. Works pretty good. We're going with, I don't know if you can see it, low gloss today. I usually use a gloss black. I almost went matte. I said, well, let's try a low gloss. I run 3 parts paint, 2 parts acetone, so I got it marked here on my little measuring cup.
Acetone.